Hey, listen up and hear me out. In today's video, we're gonna be playing a game called Ascendant or Ascendant.com. I got the opportunity to play early in a creator-only playtest, and I was actually the only creator to show up in my time slot, so I gotta play against a lot of the people who playtest different builds of the game, who have hundreds of hours in the game, and it was a little rough. But nevertheless, when they reached out to me to try to playtest this game, I watched some of the trailers, and this game actually really caught my attention. And after playing it, I got some first impressions and gameplay footage. Today is the 13th of October, and actually Steam Next Fest goes live tomorrow, the 14th, and Ascendant will be available during Steam Next Fest for that entire week. So if you're interested, make sure you wishlist on Steam. This game does have a lot of potential. I was kind of shocked on how different this game is trying to be, but also remain very true to an FPS shooter. We'll get into all of the details and the meat as the video goes on. If you like the video, like it. If you love it, make sure you are subscribed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Ready? So what is Ascendant.com? Described to me, it was a brand new and unique capture the flag first-person shooter on steroids with random game-changing events. This is a PvPvE first-person shooter. The theme is very much a biopunk 80s theme, which is actually hilarious when you load up the game and this is your first introduction to the game.
I recommend you get shot with lower caliber rounds and then build up your immunity from there. Hopefully this has helped. If not, I don't care. I mean, I think they get a fucking point, okay? They're gonna get fucking murdered anyway.
So the tone is very much adult 80s theme, which is absolutely hilarious. After watching the intro video, I got to customize my own character, which again is another level of customization that felt awesome. After creating your character, you are then prompted to go into the lobby, but the lobby being a physical place. This is where you'll find merchants, places to upgrade your weapons, even doing a speed run around the lobby, hide and seek. This is very much a interactive lobby menu where you can probably show off some of your skins, weapons, 1v1ing arena versus sitting in a menu for all of this, which again I thought was a cool touch. Something to note as well is weapon customization. There are tons of attachments and weapon skins in this build of the game already. This is going to further customize everything for you and your playstyle. So let's get into the gameplay. Is this something you should spend your time and energy on? The short answer to all of this, if you just want to get a blunt answer, I do think that the answer is yes. There is an asterisk towards that yes as well. This game very much is still a beta. It is still early access. There seems to be a trend in the gaming industry right now where there will be a game that is not polished, it's not done yet, but release still goes out and they build the game together with their community ideally. Ascendant isn't unique in any of this. There are tons of games that are doing the same type of model, and there's pros and cons to all of that. But outside of that, this game does feel like if Apex Legends had a baby with the finals. It still is unique, but some of the healing, unique objectives, kind of like how the finals has, and some of the combat and weapons definitely remind me somewhat of a crossbreed between the two. And that's definitely good company to be associated with. So let's get into the nitty gritty. So starting out in the game, you start out on the edge of the map. You will be PvEing to get your in-game currency so that you can go buy your custom weapons, buy better shield, buy more ammo, whatever it may be. You also unlock a forward operating base, so you don't have to spawn back in after you die at the very edge of the map, which saves a ton of time. Whatever you buy in the game, whether it be a shield or a weapon, you constantly spawn back with that thing. So it's not a constant loop of grinding to get the gear back that you died with. Speaking of death, you do have limited lives per round. The guns that I did get to play with in the 3 games that I played did feel mostly good, and they mostly felt unique. I do think because this is a earlier build in the game that there will definitely be stronger weapons than others. Some of the time to kills on some of my deaths, or even a fully maxed weapon that I grabbed from one of the players that has hundreds of hours in the game, you can definitely feel a difference, which is both rewarding and frustrating. But again, being able to customize those weapons to your playstyle is definitely super cool. So the actual objective of the game, capturing cores, taking them to your base and defending them. There are 3 different points that you have to capture, and each one opens up and is available to take as the game progresses. You take said point back to your base and defend it. If there's an enemy in proximity, the countdown stops. While trying to do this, I will say that the map is actually pretty detailed. There's so many different pathways that you can access different points and parts of the map. For example, there is a completely different underground area that isn't open all the time. There's ventilation shafts, destructive doors and windows that all open up different pathways to try to get to the main objective. As you PvE your way into upgrading gear, shields, weapons, there's also in-game events going on all the time. This is one of their key selling points in the game, is the random events that happen in the game. I really do think this is super cool. Again, this is very much kind of like the finals, but it seems that these events actually very much take a primary focus versus the finals is kind of just a secondary focus. If low gravity comes out or the alien ships come out, whatever it is, in the finals, it's kind of just an afterthought. But if you can turn into a giant lizard or get the giant combat tank, those are really fun and interactive things that definitely change how the game plays out. My overall impression of the game was a positive one. I think that this game does have a unique voice and takes some of the elements of other successful games and combines it and blends it into its own recipe. The level of customization is going to be something that is very valuable in this game, and I wish to see other games mimic as well. Customizing your character and your gun help your unique playstyle and make the game feel more unique to you. I think the gameplay loop itself is actually really rewarding, and it's actually pretty unique. This is not a battle royale, but instead an extraction objective based game, using PvE to heal, to upgrade, so that it aids you and propels you forward for your PvP battles. Something that I may not have mentioned is this game lobby is actually 6 teams of 3, and ranked mode, which is already in their main menu, will be 4 teams of 3. I think my only concern about this game is that people will already be writing this game off as a copy and paste for whatever game, and that it's early access and people will try it, not like it, and then never really give it a try again, which seems more of the gaming industry as a whole right now. Players either won't try something, or they do try it and don't like it, and the game dies forever, or it takes a lot of effort and time for a game to come back. The people that I spoke to and played with were amazing people, so Ascendant, thank you again for giving me the opportunity to make this video and play your game. This is 100% genuine, nothing sponsored or paid for. I like to see unique games be successful. We live in very much a world of where we want games to die and fail constantly because it's not something that we want to enjoy or think that other people wouldn't enjoy it. I played enough games to know when something doesn't have a soul to it. It might just be a copy and paste disaster that just ends up failing regardless. But this is definitely not Ascendant. Ascendant very much has a heart and a soul. With the people that have made the game as well as playing it myself, I do have high hopes for this game. If this game does interest you, make sure you wishlist it on Steam. I will include the Steam link in the description. Steam Next Fest is going to be starting tomorrow, so I do plan on playing this game again and giving it more time, seeing how it feels when I upgrade weapons and that kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.